what's up, guys? Welcome back for another video. It's Will Thurnalong. Sorry that I missed the video yesterday. I was sick the last couple days, but we're back in the lineup today, and we're ready to break down all of the action, to break down our picks we have coming up for Tuesday, August 12th. Yes, the season's flying by. We're almost at the midway point of the month of August. We're going to be doing all of our predictions today, breaking down every single baseball game, 15 in total, trying to predict who's going to win, lose, what the final scores might be, and we'll also be taking an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. First things first, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, whether you agree with me, disagree with me, what are your favorite picks today? Drop it in the comment section. I will respond to every single comment. Let's not waste any more time, guys. Let's start running through these games. The very first one we have kicking everything off at 6:35 p.m., the 66 and 53 Seattle Mariners. They are starting to close in on the Astros, second place in the AL West. Very well-balanced team on the road versus the 53 and 65 Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles can't pitch to save their life, but they do have an offense. They do hit a lot of home runs. They always have a slugger shot. Baltimore, 46.2% chance to win. Seattle, a 53.8% chance to win. Kind of pretty close there fan vote-wise. The Mariners are 1.5 run favorites. 9.5 over under Seattle's minus 160. Baltimore plus 135. The Mariners are averaging 4.6 runs a game, hitting 243, 171 home runs. This team has a lot of power, and they also have speed, 125 steals, and they're getting up 3.81 runs a game. The Orioles, 4.3 runs per game, 240 average, 144 home runs, 81 steals, and a 4.85 runs a game, over one full run more than Seattle. On the mound for the Orioles, Dean Kremer, not bad numbers. 8-8 record, 4.35 ERA, 132.1 innings, 110 strikeouts. He has given up 18 home runs, a little susceptible to the long ball. George Kirby here, 7-5 record, 4.04 ERA, 78 innings, 83 strikeouts, only giving up 9 home runs. I like the control, keeping the ball in the ballpark. Give me Seattle to win this one to cover the spread, and I'm going to go with the under. 6:40 p.m. This is a very, very good matchup. The 69 and 49 Philadelphia Phillies, first place in the NL East. Once the Phillies have a fully healthy starting rotation, I do think they have the deepest rotation in baseball when they're fully healthy. They're not there yet, but they will get there at some point. They're on the road here versus the 62 and 58 Cincinnati Reds. Do not underestimate the Reds here. Consider yourself warned. This is a really good team, very balanced team. The thing is, they've been extremely consistent since opening day. Cincinnati, third place in the NL Central. Philadelphia, first place in the NL East. Phillies, 53.4% chance to win. The Reds, a 46.6% chance to win. Phillies are 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. Philadelphia, minus 155. Cincinnati, plus 130. The Phillies are averaging 4.7 runs a game. They have a veteran lineup here. Schwarber, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper. Schwarber now 42 home runs. They're hitting 255 as a team, 140 homers, 96 steals, and a 3.72 runs a game. That ERA starting to come down. Then you have the Reds, 4.4 runs per game, 245 average, 117 home runs, 86 steals, and a 3.86 runs a game. Solid offense, very good pitching staff on the mound for both teams. You have Brady Singer going for Cincinnati, 9-9 record, 4.53 ERA, 119.1 innings, 113 strikeouts. Ranger Suarez, no one's talking about this guy. Look at these numbers, 8-5 record, 2.94, a sub-3 ERA, gotta love it. 107 innings, 98 strikeouts. He's only given up 8 home runs. I'm riding the Phillies here. Give me Philadelphia winning here, covering the spread, and I'm just barely, ever so slightly going to go with the over. And we've actually been blessed with some really competitive baseball matchup here by the baseball gods. At 6:40 p.m., the 57 and 61 Miami Marlins, one of the hottest teams in baseball the last 4 to 5 weeks, kind of slipped the last couple games, but you know the talent's there. They're just 4 games under 500 versus the 61 and 56 Cleveland Guardians. The Cleveland Guardians, they have been on a roll the last couple weeks. They completely fell apart the last 2 months, but they finally got some momentum back. Second place in the AL Central. Miami, third place in the NL East. Right now, Cleveland, 58.3% chance to win. Miami, 41.7%. The Guardians, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Miami's plus 120. Cleveland, minus 145. The Marlins, 4.3 runs per game on average. 251 batting average, 113 home runs, 97 steals, and a 4.52 runs a game. That might look like a lot, but about 5-6 weeks ago, it was in the 5s. They're pitching a lot better right now. Cleveland, 4 runs a game. The offense is starting to wake up. 228 average. They got to get that average up, though. 123 home runs, 88 steals, and a 3.83 runs a game. Solid pitching this entire season. Going for Cleveland, Logan Allen on the mound, 7-9 record, 3.96 rate, 113.2 innings, 87 strikeouts. Jansen Junk going for Miami. These pitchers, very similar overall stats, 6-2 record, a 3.97 ERA, 70.1 innings, 50 strikeouts. How about only 8 walks in 70 innings? That's good control. Only 3 home runs in 70 innings. Those are pretty good numbers. I'm going to go with Miami pulling off the upset here. Very competitive game, but give me the Marlins. Give me the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under. And at 7:05 p.m., the 56 and 61 Minnesota Twins sold some of their best pieces. They'll be playing the 62 and 56 New York Yankees. How about the Yankees? They finally got a win. Maybe they can turn that into something. They need some type of spark here. Aaron Boone, Brian Cashman, they need some type of spark. Right now, New York, 64.7% chance to win. Minnesota, a 35.3% chance. The Yankees are 1.5 run favorites. 7.5 over/under. Yankees, they have to take this series. It is really not optional. Third place in the AL East. The Twins are averaging 4.2 runs a game, hitting 242. Solid power here, 136 home runs, 57 steals, and 4.26 runs a game. The Yankees, 5.1 runs per game, 250 average, 183 home runs. They've been top 3 in home runs the entire season, hovering on first place, 84 steals, and 4.03 runs a game. That's actually not bad considering the amount of injuries they've had to their starting pitching. As I'll be making this video, there's no starter announced for Minnesota. I hate going into games, having to pick them, not knowing who's going to be on the mound. We don't know all the variables. Kind of blind here, but it is what it is. And for the Yankees, Carlos Rodon not pitching as well as he did the first 3 months, but still having a good season. 11-7 record, 3.35 ERA, 139.2 innings, 159 strikeouts. He is striking out a lot of guys here, but a lot of walks. 56 walks, 19 home runs. That doesn't help, but I'm going to go with the Yankees pulling off another one. Yankees win. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. At 7:07 p.m. on TBS, the 67 and 50 Chicago Cubs, second place in the NL Central, on the road versus the 69 and 50 Toronto Blue Jays, first place in the AL East. Blue Jays 55.9% chance to win, and then you have the Cubs coming in here 44.1% chance. Toronto 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. The Cubs plus 110, Toronto minus 130. You have to respect the offenses here at both teams. Cubs, one of the most balanced offenses in baseball, 5.1 runs per game, 254 average, 167 home runs, top 5 in baseball, 124 steals, that's top 5 in baseball, and they're only giving up 3.88 runs a game. For the Blue Jays, 4.9 runs a game. This offense has really woken up probably the last 6 to 7 weeks, 4.9 runs per game, 269 batting average, the number 1 batting average in baseball, 137 home runs, 56 steals, and 4.28 runs a game. The Cubs, they have a slight edge offensive-wise, slight edge pitching-wise, but both teams overall very good. Ben Brown going for Chicago, 5-7 record, 6.04 ERA, 92.1 innings, 104 strikeouts, 106 hits given up, a lot of hits, 16 home runs. Jose Barrios, 8-4 record for Toronto, 3.89 ERA, 136.2 innings, 116 strikeouts, but he's given up 20 home runs. Both of these guys susceptible to the long ball. This could be a little bit of a home run derby here. Give me Toronto to ever so slightly win this game to cover the spread, and surprisingly enough, I'm going to go with the under. 7:10 p.m. an NL East versus NL East matchup. The 51 and 67 Atlanta Braves. The mystery of the 2025 Major League Baseball season is what the heck happened to the Braves? They're on the road versus the 63 and 55 New York Mets. The Mets, I'm pretty sure they have the worst record since the All-Star break. They've completely fallen apart. They can't score runs. They can't stop giving up. They can't hold leads in games. They're a complete disaster the last couple weeks. The talent is there. They got to get something back on track. They're way too streaky. New York, 61.4% chance to win. Still second place in the NL East, but the lead's starting to stretch away from them. The Braves, 38.6% chance to win. The Mets are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Atlanta plus 115. New York minus 135. The Braves are averaging 4.2 runs a game, 242 average, 133 home runs, 57 steals, 4.21 runs a game. The Mets, 4.3 runs per game, 239 average, 147 home runs, 93 steals, 3.7 runs a game. On the mound for the Braves, Spencer Strider, one of the best young strikeout pitchers in baseball, 5-9 record, 4.04 ERA. But I don't trust the Braves bullpen. 82.1 innings, 98 strikeouts. Clay Holmes, the reliever turned starter, putting up good numbers. Is his arm going to start to get tired? This is the most innings he's ever thrown in his career. 96 record, 3.46 ERA, 122.1 innings, 97 strikeouts. Call me crazy, guys. I think the Mets finally get a dub here. New York pulls it off. They win this one. They cover the spread. I'll go with the under. 7:40 p.m. The 68-51 Detroit Tigers back to their winning ways, first place in the AL Central versus the 43-75 Chicago White Sox. Lost 121 games last season. Definitely not a good record this year. Don't underestimate Chicago. They're a very competitive team. A lot of very close losses. The White Sox 45.4% chance to win. The Tigers a 54.6% chance to win. Detroit 1.5 run favorites. 7.5 over under. Chicago is coming in here. They are plus 114. Detroit minus 136. Tigers are averaging 4.8 runs a game, 250 average, 152 home runs, 51 steals, and a 3.85 runs a game. Chicago, 3.8 runs a game, 228 average. That average, it's not going to cut it. 114 home runs, 73 steals, and a 4.16 runs a game. But like I just said, very competitive under the radar team. We do not have a starter announced as we making this video for the White Sox. Again, going into this game kind of blind, but Jake Flaherty on the mound for the Tigers. One of the worst starts of his career. 6-11 record, 4.56 ERA, but for his career, it's 3.8. So it's well above the average, 120.1 innings, 147 strikeouts. He's a strikeout pitcher. He has given up 20 home runs. Thankfully for him, the White Sox are not a power hitting team. I'm going to go with the Tigers winning this one. Covering the spread, I'll go with the over. And this next one is an elite pitching matchup, 7:40 p.m. The 51-68 Pittsburgh Pirates. This team can pitch, and they can't score runs. They're on the road versus the 73-44 Milwaukee Brewers. Who is hotter in baseball right now than the Milwaukee Brewers? I don't think anyone. Milwaukee, 61.3% chance to win, first place in the NL Central. Pittsburgh, 38.7% chance to win. The Pirates right now, though, they're the favorites. 1.5 run favorites. 6.5 over under. Pittsburgh plus 105. Milwaukee minus 125. The Pirates are averaging 3.5 runs a game. 232 average, 83 home runs, 90 steals, and a 3.82 runs a game. These pitchers, for the love of God, they just need some run support. The Brewers 5.0 runs a game. 256 average, 117 home runs, 129 steals. It's top three in baseball. Very aggressive on the bases, getting out 3.61 runs per game. There's really nothing that they can't do. On the mound for the Pirates, the best, I repeat, the best young pitcher in baseball, Paul Skeens, 7-8 record, 1.94 ERA. It is a shame he only has 7 wins with a 1.94 ERA, a sub-2 ERA. They just can't score if this guy runs. 144 innings, 162 strikeouts, only 7 home runs given up in 21 games. That is elite. Freddie Peralta, back-to-back 200 strikeout seasons, 13-5 record, 3.03 ERA, 130.2 innings, 141 strikeouts. He has the better bullpen. He has the better offense backing him up. You got to love Skeens, but I love the Brewers more as a team. Milwaukee wins this one, going with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. 7:40 p.m., the 47-70 Washington Nationals, young team, interim coach, lively offense, a lot of issues though pitching, starting rotation, not good, bullpen, even worse. On the road versus the 58-60 Kansas City Royals, just like the Pirates, if they just had a halfway decent offense, they'd be well above 500. KC right now, third place in the AL Central. They have a 63.2% chance to win. The Nationals, a 36.8% chance to win. The Royals, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. KC, minus 175. Washington, plus 145. The Nationals offense comes in, 4.2 runs a game, 242 average, 110 home runs, 98 steals, 5.34 runs a game. That is bottom 5 in baseball. KC, 3.7 runs a game, 244 average, 102 home runs, 90 steals, 3.61 runs a game. The Nationals have Mitchell Parker on the mound, 7-12 record, 5.43 ERA. That is just slightly higher than the awful team pitching. 122.2 innings, 81 strikeouts. He's given up 136 innings, putting a lot of guys on base. Can the Royals take advantage of that, turn those base runners into runs? Michael Wacha going very, very reliable pitcher. 6-9 record, 3.36 ERA, 131.1 innings, 98 strikeouts. He just needs a couple runs and run support. He can give you a win. Give me the Royals winning, covering the spread, and I will go with the over here. 7:45 p.m., the 30-87 Colorado Rockies. If they hit 90 losses with 30 wins, that'd be 1 win out of every 4 games. Awful record so far. The worst team in baseball. Very bad offense, the worst pitching. On the road versus the 60-59 Cardinals. Cardinals starting to play back to the way they were playing in the months of April and May. St. Louis, 74.3% chance to win. Colorado, 25.7% chance to win. Cardinals, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. They're minus 200. The Rockies are plus 165. Colorado, 3.7 runs a game, 236 average, 119 home runs, 62 steals, giving up 6.02 runs a game. St. Louis, 4.4 runs per game, 250 average, 112 home runs, 65 steals, giving up 4.22 runs a game. On the mound for the Rockies, Kyle Freeland, 2-12 record, on pace potentially for his 13th loss, 5.53 innings, 109 innings, 78 strikeouts. He's given up 138 hits in 109 innings, loading the bases here for the Cardinals. Matthew Liberatore, 6-9 record, 3.98 ERA, 113 innings, 85 strikeouts. Give me the Cards to win this one to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. That's actually a very low over-under for a Colorado Rockies game. 8:05 p.m., a little bit of a West Side matchup. We have the 57-61 Arizona Diamondbacks. Lost some of their best pieces, but still an offense that can score some runs versus the 60-59 Texas Rangers. The Rangers bats starting to wake up. That's one thing that's been lacking, has been them being able to score some runs. But they do have the number one overall pitching in all of baseball. Right now, Texas, 51% chance to win. Arizona, 49% chance. Rangers, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Arizona, plus 130. Texas, minus 155. The Diamondbacks come in here, 4.8 runs a game on average, 249 batting average, 160 home runs, a lot of power. 77 steals, 4.54 runs a game. The Rangers, 4.1 runs per game, 232 average, 122 home runs, 101 steals, 3.28 runs a game. Number one in baseball. Jack Leiter going for Texas, 7-6 record, 4.05 ERA, 100 innings, 93 strikeouts. He has given up 52 walks. Going up against Anthony DeSclafani, 1-2 record, 4.2 ERA, 30 innings, 28 strikeouts. Very small sample size. He has given up 6 home runs so far. Very susceptible to the home run. I kind of went back and forth on this one. I did have the Rangers winning for the longest time, but ultimately I decided on the Diamondbacks squeaking this one out. Give me the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the over. At 8:10 p.m., the 65-54 Boston Red Sox, playing great baseball for the last 2 months at this point, fought their way up to second place in the AL East on the road versus the 66-52 Houston Astros. First place in the ALS, just ahead of the Mariners. The Astros, 51.9% chance to win. Boston, a 48.1%, practically a 50-50. Houston, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Boston is even. Houston, minus 120. The Red Sox are averaging 5.0 runs a game, 254 average, 143 home runs, 98 steals, and 3.71 runs a game. Just a very reliable performing team. The Astros, veteran, experienced squad, 4.3 runs a game, 258 average, 129 home runs, 58 steals, and 3.7 runs a game. Houston's trotting out Spencer Arrighetti. As great as the Astros pitching is, they can always pitch. He doesn't have the best numbers. 1-2 record, 7.43 ERA, 13.1 innings, 13 strikeouts. It's a very small sample size, so we can't judge them based off of that. And they do have one of the best bullpens. Going for the Red Sox, Dustin May, who we know when he is on, he has good stuff. He hasn't been on yet this season. 6-8 record, 4.93 ERA, 107.2 innings, 101 strikeouts. But I trust this Red Sox offense just slightly a little more here. Give me Boston pulling off the upset on the road, going with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. 9:38 p.m., a West Coast matchup, the battle for Los Angeles. The 68-50 Los Angeles Dodgers, first place in the NL West, versus the 56-62 Los Angeles Angels. The Angels, 42% chance to win. The Dodgers, a 58% chance to win. LA Dodgers, 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. The Dodgers are minus 180. The Angels, plus 150. You have to respect the power here of the Angels. They always have the upset shot. Right now, the Dodgers, 5.2 runs a game, 255 average, 173 home runs. A lot of power. 69 steals, 4.1 runs a game. This team's been completely decimated with injuries to their pitching. They're still finding ways to win. They're still first place in the West. The Angels, 4.4 runs per game, 233 average, 167 home runs. Also a lot of power. 59 steals, 4.59 runs a game. Emmett Sheehan going for the Dodgers, 3-2 record, a 3.0 ERA, 30 innings, 31 strikeouts, only 2 home runs given up. Tyler Anderson on the mound for the Angels, 2-7 record, 4.63 ERA, 122.1 innings, 97 strikeouts. He's given up 26 home runs. It's one of the worst home run giving up performances you're going to see this season. But this game's honestly up for grabs. I do think this game is a lot closer to a 50-50 matchup than the fans have voted on. I'm going Angels. I'm going Angels winning this one at home, going with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. I see a higher scoring game. And then the battle for the state of California, 9:45 p.m., the 66-52 San Diego Padres, second place in the NLS on the heels of the Dodgers, versus the 59-59 San Francisco Giants, both teams hailing out of the NLS. San Francisco, a 63.7% chance to win. San Diego, 36.3% chance to win. Giants are 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. San Diego plus 105. Sorry, plus 110. San Francisco minus 135. The Padres 4.3 runs a game, 250 batting average, 99 home runs, 78 steals, and a 3.63 runs a game. Both of these teams are not known for their offense. However, they're both known for good starting pitching, really good bullpens. The Giants 4.2 runs per game, 234 average, 112 home runs, 51 steals, and a 3.62 runs a game. Nestor Cortez right now going for the Padres, 101 record, 7.11 ERA. Definitely not his best stuff. 12.2 innings, 11 strikeouts. He's given up 6 home runs in 12 innings. That is god-awful. It's a home run every 2 innings. Going up against Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray, look at these numbers this season. Having one of his best seasons. 9-5 record, 2.85 ERA, 142 innings, eating up innings, 148 strikeouts. Yes, he has a lot of walks, a lot of home runs, but overall, you can't complain about those numbers. And he's only given up 105 hits in 142 innings. Give me the Giants winning this one, covering the spread. I'm going to go with the over. And guys, right before we look at our final game, let me just let you know, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to drop a comment below. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, make sure to check out the pinned comment down below. Click on that link. We have 3 different tiers in total. If you sign up, I would definitely appreciate it. Let's look at this final game. The final game at 10:05 p.m., the 57-62 Tampa Bay Rays. At one point, the hottest team in baseball. That is definitely not the case right now. They're struggling scoring. They're struggling pitching. Overall, stats look good, but it doesn't tell the full story. They're on the road versus the 53-67 Athletics. The Athletics, 45.2% chance to win. The Rays, a 54.8. The Rays, 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. Tampa is even. The Athletics, minus 120. Tampa Bay, with their stats, they're not bad. 4.5 runs a game, 250 average, 131 home runs, solid power, 149 steals. They lead the majors in stolen base. Small market team. They know what they're doing when it comes to being aggressive on the bases, getting on 3.91 runs a game. And then the A's, 4.4 runs a game. This game is in Sacramento. Minor league stadium, small ballpark, might see some home runs. 254 average, 163 home runs. The A's do hit a lot of home runs. 64 steals and a 4.91 runs a game. Sean Baez on the mound right now for the Rays, 8-8 record, 4.92 ERA, 128 innings, 133 strikeouts. He's given up 21 home runs. Not what you want to see here on the road versus the A's. And for the A's, Jacob Lopez going. The A's can't pitch. It's not Lopez's problem. He's pitching pretty good. 5-6 record, 3.59 ERA, 77.2 innings, 94 strikeouts. That's enough for me. Give me the A's winning this game, going with a plus 1.5. And I'm going to go with the under. Guys, that's our breakdown. That's our predictions, our picks, our best bets for all of our baseball games coming up for Tuesday, August 12th. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, by all means, drop them below. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? What are your thoughts on these games? Make sure to let us know, and I will respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, make sure to check out the pinned comment down below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. And, of course, as always, thank you guys for watching.